Somebody text me, you 5 in the morning, you probably done paying your lease. Wanna get out of the country, you say you wanna go on a trip out of Greece. Wanna get out of the country, wanna get different, you wanna get runchy. Buy the ticket right now, bitch, you tell me you want me. For the flight, shit, we spinning the band, shit is cool.
So guys, Cashapp back in the video. I'd like to welcome back to our wrestling news. Once again, the show that you know about Raw, SmackDown, NXT, WWE, and of course TNA, AW, our wrestling companies. Main news. Now, turns out we have breaking news on today's episode of what happened on SmackDown. It has been a long time coming. The WWE SmackDown returning to 2-hour format in July. And I said, thank God for myself. I didn't know SmackDown has returned for this time of year. If I wasn't corrected, the WWE SmackDown recent stress as a 3-hour program appeared to be ending sooner than expected. The update cable listing and scheduling information suggests the Blue brand will refer to its traditional 2-hour format starting Friday, July 4th. That means Independence Day on 4th of July. That's because you don't want to miss that out because this ship coincides with the USA Network finalized its new Friday lineup, including a new drama series scheduled in the air in 10 p.m. slot. Just last week, the network reportedly planned to keep SmackDown as a 3-hour show, sitting in strong ratings as they reaches the scrap of programming ideas. That decision now to be reversed with the upcoming premiere legal drama called The Rainmaker in August, taking precedence. SmackDown initially expanded to 3 hours when it made its move from Fox to USA in early 2025. At the time, it was billed as a temporary extension while USA finalized its primetime plans. Although there was an optimism the format could stick due to the ratings success, the debut Rainmaker has now locked in and returned its 2 hours. The adjustment begins with the July 4th episode, which served as the go-home show for the Saturday night's main event and may come as relief to the fans who are following longer runtime excessive. So how you feel about the 2-hour SmackDown show when we no longer 3-hour show? It was amazed me. I hate to be coming on a 3 hours. It made too long, but it got me sleepy. Okay. I want to know how for myself, and that's because for me and anyone else happened. For all purposes, like SmackDown has 3-hour show, and Raw's got a 3-hour show as well. My guess is it could be a good thing or a bad thing. It's a good day for me, and a 2-hour show on 4th of July. That's a good news for SmackDown and a please the fans. Good for the crescent, and I will say this. Now, on the next one. Reports that Liv Morgan injury forced to the WWE to make major changes to the Everest card. And this is where I see the legitimate shoulder injury suffered by the Women's Tag Team Champion Liv Morgan on the June 16th episode of Raw reportedly forced the WWE completely overhaul its plans for the upcoming Evolution 2 Premium Live events. According to the new report from Retro Folks, the card for all women's show is being significantly changed. Morgan dislocated her shoulder during her match with Kyrie, saying, and there is no timetable for her return. The injury has had a major ripple effect on the career for the summer. So this is not Kyrie Sane's fault for that. That kind of being safety is all because, well, I don't blame Kyrie Sane for got herself hurt on Liv Morgan because that's the only time I'm saying this. Liv had a shoulder injury on the pass since the day before it happened. With Liv had an arm injury right before SummerSlam, it was a massive hell. And then, my chest was Liv Morgan had a shoulder injury on the past year, on 2023. I mean, you gotta give credit to for Liv Morgan, but they made the changes for the Evolution. Doug hadn't made changes for himself with her division, because yes, even that's because of here, I've been told it was never been so bad for her injuries and not so good for her. It's just mean for everybody. If you say Cashapp's fault, I'll block you on the comments, okay? I will block you in the comments, especially King Pop Rich, because I don't want King Pop Rich saying things on my comment video, So that's what I think about that. And during the recent Q&A session, Roger Foles provided an update situation. I was told this morning that the injury has now caused a lot of Evolution cards to basically be scrapped and be ripped up and start again from scratch. Because he was pegged for a big time, a tag team match is not going to happen right now. They're going to probably find someone else and a lot of ripple effects. Okay. The big time tag team match would be respectively from Morgan and her partner Raquel Rodriguez defending against the title against the United Battle Twins. Morgan has kicked off with a high-profile feud attack getting a return knee. He's better than 1 week for the injury cure. When Morgan kicks the town around here, let's see. Liv Morgan could miss significant time due to the injury. And new reports that's because the PWI side has provided more details on the championship injury and some of the women's tag team championships with Morgan. And according to the confirmed injury was a freak unconsidered and not part of the storyline. If Morgan was injured moments during the match with Kylie Sane, apparently dislocated sort of then awkwardly. According to the report, her injury was 100%. And there's no backstage heat anyone to the fall. And WWE medical personnel checked on Morgan soon as she was brought backstage. The company is now reportedly waiting to learn the full severity dislocation before establishing time of her return. The reports that knows that severe dislocation could potentially sideline athlete for upwards of 16 weeks. The foundation has not yet returned. The injury occurred at a crucial time for Morgan, who was in the middle of a high-profile with the trying to get better her status as the women's tag team champion, the future of the match storyline. I don't know what's going to happen. If she can miss this injury, this is not part of the storyline for the freak. That's what her injury 100%. And I'm making sure it's not looking good for her. But this is a original plan. That's changed. But the upcoming Evolution is on next month. I don't know what's going to happen, but it could be way bad for us here. And this is actually good bad for Liv Morgan. The bad thing is this will worse. The women's tag team will be stripped by the general manager. I think we'll see what happens. And oh yeah, Liv. What? No, wait. Roxanne Perez gonna take down with her. The same day that did have at SummerSlam. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in next week's Raw, if that can happen. All right. Charlotte Flair hated extraordinary main event. The WWE superstar Charlotte Flair had some surprising revelation about historic first ever all women's main event of WrestleMania 35. WrestleMania 35. Speaking of the Games with Names podcast, Flair admitted that she hated the match, gave the full credit to the moment, the best woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey. Flair, Rousey, Becky Lynch made history, the first woman in headline WrestleMania. Flair believes will not have it possible with the former women's having involved. We will not have a main event at WrestleMania and Wabby for Ronda Rousey. Hands down, she wanted to kind of join what we had already started to build her star power. Credibility, her outside influence, the audience that she brought the coup to her. She added, we were trying to do that. We didn't have she caught off. In a clear where branch of criticism for Becky Lynch's recent book and Flair's all defended Ronda Rousey's in-ring ability. I know that you know someone in her book that she couldn't wrestle in the end of the day. It didn't really matter. She was Ronda and she didn't need to. She had a subtle aura that we needed to figure out. Despite her historic significance, Flair was not happy with herself. I hated on many of 35 match. She liked it and I hated it. The ending is about the story. The match with the story was insane. And you don't believe me. The match was insane. The story is the story. This was a good main event here at WrestleMania. Look what just happened. Becky Lynch won the all-time women's champion. And then, Cody Rhodes finished the story. Until the WrestleMania 21. John Cena won the beat JBL and won a championship match. Batista won the World Championship and beat Triple H. Then Backlash, he beat Triple H once again. And then he won a trip in Hell in a Cell against Triple H. Was that my story to you of WrestleMania with the biggest main events? Look at the Kofi Kingston. Kofi just have your job. He have won. He had to do so. But this is the case, and I would say this. Cody has completely got off guard. And Charles said he hated a main event. That was our draw line. Oh man, you gotta be kidding me all this time, Charlie. If you don't like main event WrestleMania, I just bet you're gonna stay home. You've been staying home so long, whatsoever. You know, that makes sense. The worst time. Okay. Well, what I'm talking about. Let's see what's next. Oh, there he is, Chris Bay. Chris Bay files trademark of Chris Bay in the greatest story ever told. Chris Bay has filed 2 trademarks. On June 17th, Chris Bay filed trademark Chris Bay in the greatest story ever told. And I like Chris Bay so much. Bay underwent surgery in October 2024 after he suffered a neck injury on TNA Impact TV. He posted the field himself walking and shared an update about his recovery on February 13th. He made an appearance on TNA Unbreakable during the WrestleMania weekend. A GoFundMe to the help of TNA started to call fans to go GoFundMe. So let me see. I DC Chris Bay did the recording function. Look at this right now, ladies and gentlemen. He is at 76%, and they raised $113,949. And Chris Bay did always got serving that entry. He got his recovery funds. So I believe Chris Bay, like myself and everybody else. But that's pretty good. What's next? An ex-WWE star was warned by companies she was too sexy. Okay. Hello. Mandy Rose joined the Stanford-based company after participating in 2015 7 competition. She debuted in the main roster 2 years later as part of Page Absolution. And on a recent episode on the Power Athletes podcast, the former NXT Women's Champion recalled being warned during her early days on the main roster was too sexy and was asked to take it down a notch. The 34-year-old would feel she tried to adhere to instructions given her for a struggle, and she felt like predictions. No way in the world that Mandy Rose did not do this. You know what I mean? That's a great form, but not pretty good for guys. You would say this. If you were Mandy Rose, don't be like that. Here's the breaking news. Hulk Hogan hospitalized once again. Hulk Hogan's health is in the news this week. According to the former longtime friend, the pro wrestling legend Bubba the Love Sponge, Hogan was hospitalized in Florida due to the heart failure. Apparently, that's not true. One source is reporting that according to the closer to the Hulkster, while he has not been hospitalized in a recent day, it is not the reason the heart issues. Hogan is reportedly dealing with the combination following recent neck surgery. Sources that indicate the 71-year-old has experienced adverse reactions unrelated to his heart, stemming from cumulative toll from multiple surgeries on his back and neck over the years. The former WWE is expecting to be discharged and return home later. It's not looking good for Hogan. I think there could be a force here. This is the second I'm talking about. I guess we'll find out over later. Okay. It's not even back quietly. Okay, this guy probably has it. It was really good. Not good at all. But what about Goldberg? What about Goldberg? Goldberg. Yeah, this might be good here. Oh no, this is not good for Goldberg, but Gunther torches Goldberg at the WWE Walk confrontation. From a certain point of view, Sting's successful time as AEW's Revolution 2024 already been an inspiration with several high-profile wrestling stars launched their retirement tours last year. The Undisputed WWE Championship and the New Japan Legend Hiroshi Tanahashi are both in the midst of theirs, with Cena set to conclude in December, and while Tanahashi will end Wrestle Kingdom next January. And now Goldberg is also looking to write his swan song, showing up on Raw this past week to challenge the World Heavyweight Championship Gunther on a one final match, Saturday night's main event, and Goldberg's former stomping grounds in Atlanta, Georgia. For the moment, however, Gunther doesn't appear as running the point at all, despite the previous being rattled by Goldberg during the segment of Bad Blood last fall. In fact, he's taking it so lightly that he's taking a mocking the former WCW star. In Instagram bomb posted Tuesday, Gunther had posted a couple of photos hidden from his Goldberg segment on Monday, along with a realistic burn. "I'm next," Gunther said. "I guess I can spare 3 minutes." 3 minutes will be all too familiar for those that have followed Goldberg's career, as he is known for his matches for being very brief and explosive. In order to hide some limitations of the performer, of course, those matches are worked out between Goldberg turning him overnight instead of chasing the WWE Monday Night Wars. In retirement in his career, when he returned to WWE in the mid-2010s with his feud Brock Lesnar. That's what Dub hates, Brock Lesnar. And you know why that man Brock Lesnar got the biggest L in history? This is where Goldberg took out Brock Lesnar in Survivor Series. That's one of the best matches, one of the quick matches I ever seen. I mean, you gotta give it credit, but I'm giving some credit myself. But yeah, Goldberg is really that man. If you know why Ross don't like Goldberg, you will see what happens.
Easy for you.
Yeah.
I am right here.
Yeah. Okay.
Who next?
Okay. He said, I'm not afraid.
One more time.
Yes! Oh, God.
Yes,
damn
sir.
it, bro. Oh,
Let's go.
bro.
Let's go. Yeah. Hey, Ross, come on, bro. Let's hit it, bro. Come on. Ross. Come on. Yeah.
Poor Ross. I mean, what else can you do, Bob? What else? Oh yeah, maybe we should shout out the Cusco Gaming and make sure King Ross. You can see his intro.
Let's get y'all, your boy Ross back at again with another video. So we got to check out what's been going on with Liv Morgan's injury update. Apparently, since she's going to be out for a few weeks, she will most likely not be a part of the Women's Evolution PLE that they're having, and the card most likely for that show is going to have to change because of her unfortunate injury. Let's check this out real quick. Really hate to hear these type of things or see these type of things, especially for, you know, someone like Liv Morgan that's, you know, had a lot of things going on for herself when it comes to, you know, just this upcoming PLE and you know, just her momentum being stopped once again to an unfortunate injury. Let's pull up the article right here. The article is major changes coming to WWE Evolution 2 card after Liv Morgan's injury. Liv Morgan injury has reportedly shifted some of WWE's creative plans for Evolution 2. The former women's world champion went one-on-one with Kairi Sane on this week's Raw, but Morgan suffered a dislocated shoulder early on that led to the match being called off. WWE has yet to announce a specific timetable for her return, but it appears the company is already planning for Morgan to be sidelined for at least the next month. According to WrestleVotes on WrestleBinge Backstage Pass, WWE is starting from scratch with the All Women's Evolution 2 PLE on July 13th in Atlanta due to Morgan's expected absence from the card. I was told this morning that the injury has caused a lot of the Evolution card to basically be scrapped, to be ripped up and starting from scratch because she was pegged for a big time tag team match that isn't going to happen now, WrestleVotes stated. That spot is going to be filled by somebody else and it's going to have a lot of ripple effects. The tag team match was likely to feature Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus the Bella Twins duo of Nikki Bella and Brie Bella after Morgan attacked Nikki on the June 9th episode of Raw. However, that wasn't the only potential match brewing for Morgan, as she has also interacted with the current women's world champion Io Sky on Raw, with WWE hinting at a future showdown between the two superstars. Only one match has been announced for Evolution 2 thus far, with JC Jane set to defend the NXT Women's Championship against either Jada Parker, Jordan Grace, Izzy Dame, or Lash Legend. A legend. Prior to the Evolution 2, WWE also has Night of Champions on June 28th in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and Saturday night's main event on July 12th in Atlanta.
Yo, I had never seen that injury that going bad the worst here. And I mean, you could have never seen that dude. I mean, brother, Liv could be at the bad news for her. If she didn't see it, that match not gonna happen between Morgan and Raquel. Gonna get the reunite Bella Twins. That's just got a bad divorce for all of us here. I mean, you could get this. She's gonna be sidelined in the women's champion because this. I hope really God not gonna strip the tag team titles. I hope God not. That's really what's gonna happen. But last week, when I saw when Buzzer opened, what R-Truth said about he said he's driving now, or so it's called Ron Killings. I'm gonna go react to it right now. Hold on a second, chat, and let me just get this right real quick.
Your last tweet, what was that all about? You tweeted something to Bust It Open, starting with "Don't tell me what to do," and I'm not even gonna read the rest because there's some exploitives in it. So tell me about this tweet.
No, wait a minute. Don't tell me what to do. Hold up. Now, I apologize. I apologize. Tell everybody I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't. My neighbors talk like that, but not me.
So
you feel me?
To remind you, I got to remind you.
I'm deleting it right now. I'm deleting it right now, bro. Damn.
Don't delete it if that's what you. Yeah, you said don't.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I don't talk like that.
Well,
y'all know me. Y'all know me, right?
Truth.
Well, I mean, R-Truth, I think what you were doing is you were responding to a video from our show with our very own Bully Ray. So what I want to do for you and for the Busted Open Nation is play this video of our very own Bully Ray responding to you and your comeback.
When he got away from Truth and went to Art Killings, then he went back to the line of the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I don't think I wanted to hear that last night. Once you cut that hair off, I never want to hear the name Truth again. Don't remind me of what you are trying to get away from. You cut your hair off in front of the world because the hair was represented our truth. I don't want to hear it no more. You're Ron Killings. End of story. Forget about the tagline about the truth. Forget about mentioning the truth. If this is the serious direction you want to go in, don't remind me of what's in your past.
Who the fuck he talking to? Who he telling me who I am? I know who I am. I'm protecting him. And see, everybody got somebody that's trying to tell them who the fuck they are. I know who I am. I'm not the nice one. I'm driving now. Don't let nobody tell you who you are. You know you better than anybody else know. And I know me better than anybody else know me too. And they better put some respect on my name, because I am the truth. So help me.
Wow.
Yeah,
How you gonna tell me why I cut my hair? I do what I want to do. See, it ain't that nice time no more. But I'm not angry. I just won't be taken advantage of no more. Things gonna change around here. I'm driving now.
I'm driving now.
Hand me that, please.
Natty, it's just a different.
That's why I had it
I
on
mean,
you.
yeah, I like this. I like this. I mean, actually, I shouldn't even. I'm going to call him Ron. Ron. I like Ron. I like what Ron is bringing to the table, and it's time. This is a long time coming.
No, I don't think people really understand. You will have a lot of people put their input. You have a lot of people that think they're the maestro of your life. They're the maestro of your emotions. They're the maestro of your thoughts. Ain't nobody the maestro of me, or for me. I do me. I wish you would.
Ron Kennedy said it, and he did it on purpose. That's because he is the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. And the truth shall set you free.
Well, Booker just made me change my mind a little bit. So no. I want to talk about the Goldberg situation because it's been getting a lot of backlash as far as Goldberg's been getting a lot of backlash as far as him winning it, having to, respond to certain people about it and whatnot. I've been getting backlash because I said, hey, and that's the thing, man. I'm not going to sit here and say anything's right or anything is wrong. If I don't like it, I'm going to say I don't like it. It stinks. And everybody has heard me say that, but every now and then when I make a comment like this and say, hey, I like this because of this, as far as the Fiend, who's going to take the championship off of him? Man, Goldberg, he's an enigma as far as a guy that's, he's not going to be around forever, but man, he's here now, so we need to use him as long as we possibly. And me personally, I'm always thinking from a promoter's standpoint, and I'm saying this because Brad, you have been with me for quite some time,
yeah,
and you have come up with a lot of ideas and say, hey, Book, hey, why don't we do this? And man, we need to do that,
right?
And I go, nah, I don't think we need to do that. I think we need to do this. And you're thinking all the way up to the point to what happens. We should have did it my way. And then you go, I think we made the right call.
Yeah. No, it's happened many times.
It's happened many times. Yeah. And the thing is,
I've had some great ideas too.
If people want to weigh in on this too, what's that number?
713-780-3776 and 713-780-ESPN.
If you guys want to weigh in, definitely weigh in on it. But I don't want to think people think I make comments due to I have a relationship with the WWE. I work for the WWE, but if it's something that I don't agree with, if it's something that I don't like, I'm going to say it. But I'm going to always be thinking not the way you guys think. I'm going to be thinking from a wrestler's perspective, a wrestler who's been in the business for a long time, that's been successful perspective as a promoter, as a booker. I'm thinking from that perspective because I have my own company. I pretty much know how the logistics of this world works. Okay, I may not know a whole lot about a lot of other things, but.
I think Booker T has better criticism for Goldberg and himself. Well, that's the crazy thing here. But yeah, that's what it is, that thing. Well, I think Booker T did have to talk about him and Goldberg what have criticism, but ain't times all that done. So, in my honor, I hope Liv is going to have a speedy recovery. She definitely gonna miss out on PLEs. That's because she will miss anything I know all about it. So now, I've been so blinded for everything I've seen on like the news or things. So yeah, comment down below and hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and make sure to hit the notification bell to miss any videos on this time of screen later than never. Bro, keep reaching out on DMV. On Home My Nuggets 2. I will see you guys next time. Peace. One love. Now I'm out. I'll see you guys next time. Holla.
With everybody saying,
Your ass is about to get waxed.
You mean to tell me you watched the entire video but you haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button and become a member on Patreon or on YouTube to get access to the Discord. We're waiting for you in the Shadow Realm.
Do it! Just do it! Make your dreams come true! So just do it!
please